Paul, how you doing? Good morning, Fat Cat. Good morning. How you guys doing? I'm doing my normal post that I put at the bottom. Give me 1 second. You know how I do right here. I like to pin my message. How you guys doing? I hope everybody had a good day. Yes, sir, Fat Cat. My brother from another mother. Yes, sir. Hope everybody had a good day. Um, hey, no problem, man. I'm glad you was there with me. Um, Thank you guys for always popping in. You guys popped in as soon as I got on, man. That's what's up. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. I gotta I'm actually sharing the stream because I gotta send it to Flames. He's at work, and then he'll usually hop in when he goes on his break. So I'm just going through my rounds, man, doing what I do. Yeah, I went to New York today for my appointments. I dropped off my radio equipment. Everything is starting to be worked on. I've been getting updates about what he finished with and the connectors he made for my power supply. I got to set up a return for a battery box that I got that doesn't work with the size batteries I have. So I got to set up the return for that tomorrow. He said he'd return it in Brooklyn, but when I set up the return through Amazon, it's asking for my address, and I don't want to return it. He's gonna do it. Everything went well with my appointment. My doctor is still gonna request for therapy for me. They still didn't approve it, and this she requested that I go. She gave me a referral to see the chiropractor. The chiropractor's only in on Wednesdays, so I have to plan a Wednesday to go back to New York to go do that paperwork, and that's gonna work its way out. Can you guys hear any music in the background? Give me 1 second. Yeah, I was in a um I forgot what I just said. Nobody, how you doing? How you doing, nobody? Hope all is good. What do you guys say no and nope to? I forgot what I said. I lost my train of thought. I had to send a message. Oh yeah, I know what it was. You guys can't hear music, right? Yes, yes, I remember. Deja vu. What prediction was that? Nobody. I was gonna come on tonight, maybe. Nobody. What happened the last time you was live? You said hold on. You left your partner to hold the chat down, and all of a sudden you left. But I don't know what that was. I hope that it was that I was coming live tonight. I hope you was looking forward to coming to check me out. You know, definitely. Oh, okay, yeah, that's all right, man. It's all right because you was on. You got your time in. Hopefully, you got over an hour. Sometimes it happens. I got my phone set up on a charger because it was on all day. I came home at 8 after the long drive. At 8, I laid down. I fell asleep for about 3 hours. I was in a live stream. of a guy that's doing gig work. And then I woke up, I started listening to a live stream playing music. I'm in there now still. And I decided that I wanted to come on, you know? So that was about it. But I hope everybody had a good day. Um, oh man, don't know how long this live is gonna last tonight, but okay, yeah. I was in there for a little bit. I don't know how long I hung out. I think I stayed in until it went off. Oh man, yeah, nobody. That sucks because I know how you feel about them, man. I really do. Yeah, Foxy, thanks for coming in, Foxy. I appreciate you. You do a fine job in there. Thank you for showing some support. I don't know if you was a content creator or not, but I never get to see you because I'm not a moderator on that channel. So I always wanted to know if you do content. But I see you do have some shorts and some videos. So I'm gonna take the liberty now since you're here of finally getting the opportunity to subscribe to you because I've been rocking with y'all for a while over there and I like the channel. I like your energy. I like your knowledge of music. You're on point with that. So, I'm gonna let you know that I like being in there when you in there. When you went missing and I didn't see you, I thought something was wrong, but I'm glad you're still there. Did you change your name in there? Because there was another name that was in there too, and I don't see the other name anymore, but uh DJ Cope is lit. Okay, okay. Yeah. So you support the channel, that's what's up. So I just wanted to give you guys a shout out, to give you the acknowledge you for being a mod on DJ Cope's channel and doing your thing and the knowledge of music is phenomenal, So I know you done went. I hope you done went through what I went through and he went through going through the '90s and surviving it. You know what I mean? Okay. So somebody else is missing. Another mod is missing that I don't see no more over there. And it is what it is. You there? Y'all all doing your thing there. But I acknowledge you because you are doing your thing there, showing the brother support, and he's very talented. So definitely. Uh, uh, I'm a New Yorker too. I live in Pennsylvania, and I got that '90s skating vibe. You know, so hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But Copa's the truth. But let him know that I appreciate him. Uh, the music definitely hits the spots because he takes it back and he does his thing in there. So uh, bless him up for me. You know the vibes, and just wanted to say that because obviously you can relate a message. But I just started my journey last year. I've been out of on a comp case. Tate, I was been out on a comp case since last March. So last March really started since last March, somewhere in between that time and now, I started getting my subs up so I could go live and trying to take this semi seriously. So I don't have a lot of content. I have two channels. This one and the one that's pinned, Mr. Nice. Um, that's my name from back in the days. And My voice is a little today. Today was an interesting day. Today's my daughter's birthday. She turned 23, and had a good day. Had a good day. Oh snap! What happened here? Oh, okay, that ended. Sorry, I was watching one of the shorts, and it ended because I'm talking and I didn't get to comment on it. But the short it's turned off. So anyway, I don't think I could comment on your channel, but I subbed in there just to let you know I was there, and you know, my daughter, I lost my son in 2017, um, but my daughter's birthday is today, and she turned 23. So yeah, Raymond, thanks for stopping in. Muhammad, Tate, once again, thank you, Fat Cat. Yeah, it was a motorcycle accident with a deer and a guardrail in February of 2017. So in exactly 2 weeks from today, my son passed, and exactly 2 weeks after he passed is my birthday. Thank you. I'll let her know. So this is a rough month for me, starting from going into her birthday. She has to think about that. Another birthday that she doesn't have her brother. Her brother will never get to meet her husband. But it is what it is. Who was that? Who was that? Who got the night bot? Oh, show. That's my dude. Passport show. Passport. No emojis because I have vertigo. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. Passport Shogun is a channel that I've been following for a long time. He's I'm gonna call him Mr. International, a renowned traveler, and he showed me that we can travel the world, and you know, crazy. Anyway, I lost my chain of thought. But Foxy, thank you for jumping in. I know you still got to mod that channel. I just wanted to acknowledge you. Please pass the message on to DJ Copay in the Bronx. Um, don't have the thing there, but that's what it is. Flames, my fishing buddy, my H Boone Coon in PA. What's up, Flames? Yeah, I cleaned up today, man. I had my appointment, had to clean up for my daughter. I even got my eyebrows shaped up, but you know, yeah, I had to hit the barber today. Yeah. Thank you, Foxy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Uh who or Fat Cat? Uh Show was good, show. What's going on? I seen two new shorts or two new videos just now before I set up my live stream. Yo, show, I don't know if you wanna come on with me, man, but anybody that wants to come on with me, my anybody who wants to come on and go live with me, my community page, there's a link. So anybody wants to jump in, you know what to do, you know. Um, that's where it's at. Thank you for the follow, Foxy. I appreciate you. Follow both my channels, please. Um, but yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna jump in on the other. Well, I can't jump in. Was I in there? I'm gonna jump in on the other channel with my other one, so you could. Oh no, I did follow you. I followed you with my other channel, Mr. Nice. I don't know if you see it because I don't think I could comment on your shorts or anything like that, but yeah, so I'll jump in real quick on the other channel under Mr. Nice, so you could follow me there real quick when he switch back over. If I could get in before he goes off, and then I'll come back to this channel. That way it'll make it a little easier for you. Oh yeah, there he's still on. So Give me a second, everybody. Yeah. All right, everybody. All right, show. No problem. No problem. Just wanted to throw that out there because everybody knows that I put a link in when I go on most of the time. I know that yes, Fat Cat. Thank you, man. I know that Flames is on his grind. I don't know if he's on his break yet, but just like to throw that in there. Um, I hope you enjoying this. Did you make your next move, show? Because I don't know where you at right now. I'm sort of behind. Lux. Oh no, I'm in the wrong thing. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the wrong page. Give me a second, everybody. I gotta come out of that chat and going back in the mine so I can see the chest. My eyes is bothering me. Fishing with flames. That well, you won't be able to see it. I gotta put the link in. I follow a channel that she mods for DJ in the Bronx, DJ Copo. So she came and showed me love. But so I forgot who is that. Uh I just want to make sure. Oh yeah. All right, we good. I didn't know if anybody asked. Tate Tate was live on his channel. He jumped in. I think he's still doing his gig work. He uh he works a full-time job and he does gig work after it like I do with my job. So you not yet? Did you make it back to the States or you still in wow, can't remember the name. I think it was something with an M. But you still traveling? Or should I ask, are you still out of the country? That's what I should say. Are you still out of the country? Because at this point, you can live anywhere for any time. I think you only come to the States when you got business to take care of. Other than that, you stay traveling. Yeah, okay, yeah. Malaysia and Dubai. Yes, sir. Remember the Malaysia. Um, I seen a couple. I know I seen the videos in Dubai, but um, I thought you went someplace else after Dubai. I thought you was actually in another country after Dubai. Flames, what's going on, Flames? Flames, you still in here? Okay, Tate, that's good, man. Yeah, man. I stayed on your live stream I, I got caught your live stream when I got home from New York, and I was eating, and then I ended up falling asleep because I was tired after I ate, and the live stream stayed on with both accounts. So you probably seen two in there all the time, whether somebody was there, and then I woke back up, and was still going. And I let you know. So I just wanted you to know that I was still in there, but that's why I was like, how many hours was I sleeping? Because I woke up and you were still going, and I know you went to do your regular job first, and then you you got, you went right after and went and did your thing. So I was sort of impressed because that's what I usually do. Is I work my 9 to 5, and then I go off and I do 4 to 5 hours doing gig work in New York City. So I stayed on with you and fell asleep and woke back up, and then I was in another live stream, and one of the guys they asked me if I was going live today. I said I don't know, and I decided that since he asked, I would go and do the live stream because he hadn't. I haven't caught him in a long time because he went out of the country for training, and I really don't know what that was about because somebody else get to spoke to him. I didn't get to speak to him because I don't have his number like that. Okay, let me hold on. I'm gonna subscribe with it. I'm gonna look at it now. Hey, got a quick question for you, Sakura. Um, a quick question because I gotta do it because I don't see any pictures for you there. So real quick, uh, what's the initial of the brother that's always on with me and you when we go on? Okay, cause I gotta make sure it's you before I subscribe because um they ain't nobody they ain't no way for you to check me out and know it's you because you didn't tell me before you went with there on the other one. But yeah, there we go. I got you. That's good. So I'm subbing up now with my other account. I gotta watch the 4 videos. I gotta watch the 4 videos and then I gotta sub. So we good right now. But I gotta ask because I don't just don't do random stuff like that because you know okay, yeah, I see something there. All right. I see the first one I see your name in there pinned in. So that's good. But I gotta ask because before I go look, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna support it, definitely. You know that. But these are the things that we do to check things out before we jump into something because um there's a lot of trolls and being as I never seen this name before, I'm gonna ask. Nobody's gonna use your name to get me to do something without me asking first. So that's how it's going down. But this is why we have checks and balances because I checked it, you balanced it, and we good. Yes, sir. Just a '90s thing, man. I'm one of those guys that um I gotta know before I jump into something. But once I know, I'm right there. You know how I get down when I come in. You know how I roll. I like this one so far. Ah man, appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You know your busy schedule of creating content across the world. You must be editing a lot of stuff, and I'm learning a lot, man, because you sort of changed my mindset into things that I'm looking for. That trip to Malaysia really was eye opening because you know you hear about these countries, but I never got to see it. I've heard of it, but I don't know anybody besides you that's been there. And you touched something of another brother I follow, and I really like the fact that you know there's another chick that is living in. I think she's living in Japan. She says she's living in Japan. And I saw you commenting on her page. And I was like, wow, I follow her too. And I was like, oh, snap. This dude is really, really following some serious channels. And I really, Nah, no, nothing about you and what you do is boring to me, man. Not at all. Um, See, the difference is that at a young age, I had the opportunity to go to Colombia in like the '90s when I was in junior high school, or the '80s. I went to Colombia and I stayed in Cartagena. And the number one thing that I remember was the Mets or it was the Mets or the Yankees. They practiced out there in Colombia. They stayed in a hotel, the same hotel that I stayed in, except they stayed in the top floors, the penthouses. And I watched these guys throw pennies and made the kids run around from like fools. When I saw this guy that had the hat on, that I remembered his face, come down in the lobby, yo, man, I told that guy that I didn't like what he did, and that he has the means of throwing silver coins and dollars. Throw that out. Don't disrespect them. And as an American, yo, the guy felt really funny about that because I put it on him. But a lot of people have never been able to travel out of the country back at that time, especially my age. But I traveled a lot, becoming an adult and paying child support. I never got to do the same thing with my kids, and I never got to see the things that you're seeing. These are the things that I wanted to do that I've never been able to do. And yeah, man, yeah, man. That's what I like about it. I like all the places you go. And the thing is that a lot of these places are introduced to us for the wrong reasons, right? Because everybody's looking to go there for tail, not for the experience. You can tell us about what your observations are based on people that travel in the circle when you first started going, and what you know is that goes on by being there. But there's so much other stuff that you're showing us, right? So much sights to see that you're not focused on that. You're focused on the beauty of the country. That's the difference between you and some of these other content creators out there. Like I don't really want to mention no names, because not that he's gonna be in there, but like a guy, am I? You know the other initial. He's telling you all about that, Sashua. But that's not what I want to know about over there. I want to know about, yo, did you go to the shore, the marina, to see the boats come in? Did you buy some fresh fish and take it and have one of those shorties cook for you? These are the things that's interesting, man. Those are the things I want to know about. And you're showing us that you can eat food. You're telling us what the balance is of money, how inexpensive it is to eat, how inexpensive it is for the house, for that house. You said it was like 35 dollars, and yo, that thing was bad, you know. And I don't remember if it was a week or a day, but I could afford $35 a day right now. You know what I mean? But these are the things I would never know unless you told me. You know, that's why I like it. I think that was in Malaysia when you said it, that it was $30 or $35 a day, and the amount you spent on food is like, for me being broke, that's affordable for me out there with what you're doing. The only difference is what I couldn't do out there is the major credit card. You got to have a major credit card when you travel. I don't have that. I never like using credit. I always mess it up, and I'd rather use cash. But I know when you go out there, I mean, I don't know how you move, but I know that you need a major credit card in case something happens. Um, and the one thing I wanted to ask you: do you ever purchase travel insurance in case like you had to go to the hospital or something happened? Because that was a question that I had for you, and I keep forgetting to ask you. Do you do travel insurance as far as for medical benefits? You know? Yeah, yeah. That's why. Yeah. So that's the thing. You've never stated anything about that, but that's what he talks about all the time, and that's not what I want to know about out there. I like the fact that he's out there. Right, okay, I got you. See, that's these are the things that I keep thinking about that I wanted to ask, because you know, not I think I'm older than you, and I'm more inclined to get sick now. Not that I can, but you're in better shape than me, so you may not have to worry about that. But these are things that I have to worry about if I want to travel. Um, so these are the things that's for me. That's important to know that I never really. think of when you're on, because um the information, the purpose of when you go live is more going on in your life, especially when you was in New York. You know, you was talking about that case, and you was a couple of other cases. So never really thought about the traveling aspect of it, but now I'm thinking about it because I have the opportunity to think about it now. But yeah, man, that's what it is. But I like the channel, man. The channel is dope. Okay, I can't comment here. I don't know if you could comment on this channel, but let me let this video play out so I could put the like in. Yeah, okay. You don't need it. I'm actually this year. I also want to set up a I got you. It come with automatic insurance. Okay. I'm trying to do a dual residency this year, and we're gonna have to talk about that another time. Well, not a dual residency. I'm trying to get dual citizenship, so I'm gonna be working on that soon. But yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be in tune with you, because I kind of figured out where I want to go, and I'm just trying to see if the group of fellas that we want to do this trip with, a couple of guys are supposed to retire, and we don't know if we want to wait till this one guy retires, and then there's a younger brother that he really wants to go to Japan, but he said he's down to go anywhere, and I told him that as long as the focus is not on uh that MI stuff, I'm down. But if anybody's is going to be focused on that, I don't want to rock with that. And we're not going to be sharing rooms. That's where I'm at. But yeah, man, that's my thing right now, because I'm gonna be retiring within 2 years from my job. Um, I'm waiting to get treatment now. Once I get treatment, my doctor says that based on how I feel, and if I feel I could go to work, she'll approve me to go back to work. So that's all I'm waiting for now, to see if I'm gonna go back to work, and that's that. Okay, so in this one, I don't have to comment on that. To I don't have to comment on your thing because there's no comments on, so that's good. So the sub should stick. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that's what's up, man. I appreciate you jumping in and sharing a little bit of info. You know, I hope you wherever you at, I hope you didn't have a lot of jet lag, and you got to rest and recuperate, because you do a lot of walking, man. You got a lot of energy with all that walking you're doing, and surprisingly, you've never said that you got lost on any of those trips you had, and that was funny. I think I did ask. I think you said, did you have apps that you could use for travel transportation? Because I believe when you was in Malaysia, you did take a car service there, but I think you said that was okay. Cool. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. See, these are the things that I don't know, and these are the things that I think about, because there's a lady I follow who does on a channel that does cruise travel on a cruise ship, and she's doing it based off her retirement. So her budget is $2,000 a month. So um, you can have a budget when you retire to travel, but you this is something that I want to explore. And I want to do it as soon as I retire. I want to do some traveling, because that's the best time. Right, cool, yeah. Um, Also, what else I want to say? I just lost my train of thought about traveling. Yeah, so I have a budget that I wanna use, and I also have a side hustle, so I'll be able to put some money away, and I want to travel for at least what I originally wanted to do was I wanted to go on a world cruise on a cruise ship, and I started looking into it, and it looked like it could be done, and I know what I have to do to get it done, and I know where I could get the money from when I retire. But like I said, going going through a divorce right now, so that world cruise is null and void because it's not going to happen. And then another thing was that she said she didn't want to go on a cruise that long, but I do have a clique that is down to do that. That are retired already. So my two cats that's already retired, they down to do it, and one of man and his wife, he said they'll go if we do it. We just got to plan it, and they got to have it paid off before we go. And mother man said he's down to go with whatever because you know he don't care. He's down to go. So yeah, yeah. I've been seeing that in a lot of these countries. You don't need a lot to live there for a month, and the food portion. I seen that in one video. I seen that you can pay somebody like $125 a week, I believe. Was it a week? And you could have somebody come cook and clean for you. But I don't know if those numbers is right. If it was a week, or I believe it was for the week, but I'm not sure. But I don't know. I believe it was for the week and not for the day. In Thailand or Thailand or the Philippines. Um, but the thing is that there's two or three different sides to the Philippines, and I wouldn't even know which side would be the safest side. But then I was more interested in Thailand after that with another channel I was watching, and and this is something that I was looking at prior to get more involved in your channel when you was when I first caught you back then. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and it's just a numbers game, picking a place where you get the best value for your dollar. And when you did that Malaysia thing, Malaysia seemed like it was much cheaper than the Philippines or Thailand, you know, and that opened my eyes that there's other places that you can see that's just as beautiful. So yeah, man, it's definitely eye opening, and inspiring, especially when you want to travel and see things and expose yourself to different cultures, uh, different type of eating, fresh, more fresh organic food, you know, and seeing that you could go places and people are not gonna look at you funny, man. They're gonna come and ask you questions, and you can ask them questions. Okay, yeah, and I see that you're able to communicate, man. That's really good. That you do have people in those countries that do speak English. And I think that's a good thing. Okay, food and rent are cheap in Malaysia. All right, yeah. I think last night. I think I drove to New York. I had a good stream. I think I had close to 400 minutes on that, and I think I got a good amount of time for that. I just have to go into I have to start going in my studio and labeling stuff and putting hashtags on or whatever I talk about in these live streams. You know, and do hashtags to build more traction to the channel, because the two videos that I did do hashtags got a lot of views, and they outdid the one that I got the most views for was my son's flag, and I got two videos that I did after that that I put hashtags on that actually outdid that one. And I actually want to redo it. I want to go back and grab that flag again and go to the gravesite with it and do another video over there. But I just gotta do it after my ex-wife redoes it again. Well, yesterday my daughter turned 23, so yesterday was an interesting day. She made my day. She FaceTimed me. She rarely FaceTimes, but she FaceTimed me early yesterday in the morning, which is really cool. I fell asleep when I got back home, and then I didn't get back to her early. Yeah, the hashtag is tricky, and I keep forgetting to do it, but I know that it has to be done. But yeah, most of my stuff is gonna be, this channel is gonna be mostly fishing stuff though. Hashtags is gonna be easy on this channel. On the other channel, it's gonna be easy too because it's gonna be CB equipment. This one is gonna be more outdoor stuff. Um, I'm not really gonna label it as a fishing channel, but if you label it as a niche, it gets more traction. But I don't want to do a niche with it. I just want to do maybe uh struggling in the outdoors or something like that. I have to add something else to it in order to find my audience and for my audience to find me. But yeah, man, I have my daughter, man. Still in contact with my ex-wife. My wife that I'm with now, even though we're gonna break up, we still have a friendship. There's nothing wrong between us. It's just choices that have to be made to move forward for her and her peace, and for her to really have a better relationship with her kids and her grandchildren. And she has some things that she has to deal with. But yeah, man, I'm good people, man. Never gonna be really any drama in my life. I don't I don't deal with people that have drama for the most part. None of the women I've ever been with are drama filled. As far as with me, we don't have that kind of, we might have disagreements, but there's no drama involved, and it's just communication. And the only drama that's gonna come out of it is hurt. You have questions about being hurt. That's about it. But doesn't have to, it goes both ways. There's always gonna be words that's gonna hurt, but it's not words to disrespect nobody. It's not words that cause no problems. It's just words because you have feelings. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. That's why these are the things I'm looking forward to doing, because now it's about me. It's about me. It's about my daughter, exposing her, making sure that she's in a position and she's making the time to live her life. Her and her husband, they have to travel, they have to live their life, because you can't stay stuck in this society, just work, work, work every day and not enjoying the money you make. You're gonna have bills regardless. So you might as well enjoy your money, because you're still gonna have bills. So travel and make your bills. Don't make your bills here buying stuff that you don't need. Oh, you don't have a house yet, but you got a Mercedes Benz, or you got a Range Rover, and you parking it outside in the street. No, those are cars that you park in a garage in your house. You know, that's just my opinion, but that's not what I want. I want you to enjoy your life. You know, then settle down, and when you're ready to make a family, then get your house. But before you get your house, travel and see the world. You know, she told me something yesterday, that she realized that she should have did, and now because of what's going on, people are hustling to do it. And she said that she should have listened to me, because now she realized that because of what's going on, they would have been ahead of the game, her and her husband. And now it's like she's realizing that things I tell her that she needs to do, she has to do it right away, because everything has a timeline. you know. And yeah, man, that's the only thing. And the bills, they could be late. They got a late fee, so I'm not worried about it. My responsibilities will be taken care of, but I don't care about the bills because every bill has a late fee, and every bill doesn't have to be paid on time. You know what I mean? The only thing you got to worry about is your roof over your head. Not worrying about no light bill because I could turn the lights off and not use it and not have a bill. I could do without the lights. I'm using the light right now because I'm on a live stream, but I can power my CB equipment from a battery, and I could use a solar panel to charge it. Don't need to depend on electricity to run my CB station when I start using it at home. That's what I'm getting wired up right now, is everything to run off a battery so that when I'm in my car, it doesn't have to be powered from my lighter plug. Doesn't have to affect the radio in my car or the light plug. It's a battery that's in the back of the car that's gonna run my equipment, a separate power source. Because I'd rather right now be living off grid, man, and using solar power. It's probably something that won't happen right now. But if I was to buy a house, another house, and have some acreage, I would be using solar power for as much as I can versus having to pay an electric bill. I will have an electric bill, but it won't be high. Yeah, I believe you, man. I believe you. That's why I asked you. Do you ever thought of doing a group? Because that's something I would set a goal to do, is to go out there with you in a travel group, or something like that. That's something that's dope, because uh that would be a good experience because you know the area, you know how to communicate, you know. But I like going. One of the things that I want to do is I want to go away to one of those countries. I want to bring a fishing rod with me because I want to go fishing. I want to experience something different. I don't really want to go on those fishing boats and drop nets. I just want to go someplace and cast a line out, and catch a fish that I could get somebody to cook. Most of the time, you probably have to get a deep water, but you never know. You could probably catch something from the surf. But these are the things that I want to do. I don't really want to do bungee walking or any of that stuff. I do like the outdoors, but I don't want to do those hardcore stuff like zip lining or jumping off a cliff. Now I want to be outdoors hiking, or not really hiking because you be walking too far. Just being by the surf, man, fishing. I'll enjoy that. Uh, Being by the surf, eating some good food, sipping on a nice drink, stuff like that, man. That's what really I think is what I want to do at this stage in the game because I'm 55. I'm not running nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm not doing no sports. Yeah, man. You be walking, man. You be looking like I seen you one day, man. What we're talking about in the city when he was in the city, man. I haven't done that much walking in the city since I was in high school, man. You went from, man, Lower Manhattan. Yeah, you walk from Lower Manhattan all the way up past Midtown from one side to from, man, damn near Chinatown all the way up to the west side, if I'm not mistaken. And you cross from the east side to the west side. So yeah, you be doing a lot of walking. Yeah, it might not be too far for you because you're used to it. Yeah, well, the subway is free for me, and I won't even take it. I'll take a bus. But all that walking, man. So I got this car right here. Let's jump in the car, man. We got a lighter plug. Your charge is not gonna go out. I want to catch you, man, when I go back to work. If I get my taxi back, I actually will look forward to knowing you in the city and going up to meeting you, man, and be like, "Yo, you got enough space in here? I got a charger for you. Let's hang out." Yeah, well, that was your choice because you travel. So you gave up having a car because you wanted to see the world. And when you come back here, You don't have to walk, but it forces you to walk because you know you creating content. You creating content, so that's a good walk for you. Me, I could say that I would not want to do that. You know, I'd like to create content, but not walking. But you have a niche, and that's a part of what you do, and it's a good thing. Because you, I'm seeing things and I'm seeing places that I haven't seen in a while. I see it, but being as I've been out of work since March, I haven't been in the city. Definitely, yeah, man. These are and the funny thing is that anybody can do that, right? Anybody can do that, and people are not realizing that the money you're spending going to these after hours clubs and popping these bottles and doing all this foolishness after work, you're taking away from doing a you only live once, you're taking away from doing a once in a lifetime thing that you could do, right? But you choose to do something else. And then when you get to my age and you realize that you haven't done nothing, right? You say, wow, I blew all that money going to strip clubs and going to bars every day after work, and I can't even go jump and go to Dubai right now. I I worked my whole life, 25 years, 19 out of the 25 years paying child support and being broke, right? But still maintaining a lifestyle with the little I had, still able to maintain a relationship with the little I had. We didn't get to travel much, but when we did save the money up to travel, we enjoyed ourselves. And now when I retire, I want to be able to travel somewhere, you know? Yeah. Well, I don't have any I'm working on something, but I'm also doing gig work, when I get back. Yeah. It's just me and my daughter, man. That's it right now. That's my family, is my daughter. Um Now she's married, so she's starting her family. But it's just me right now. She lives with her mom, and she had her own place, but she set some other goals. She wants to move back home to save money, so it's working out for her. You know, Chef CV, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. Yes, yeah. So that's my goal, man. Is a travel, and I actually talked to my business partner today, and we trying to line something up with a truck in Virginia that we're trying to purchase, and I'm telling them that we need to build our business credit first before we get this truck, because we have to have a line of credit in order to do anything with the truck. You have to have things in place. So we got a lot that I'm working on to plan for, bringing in a residual income. Oh, that's good, Chef CB. Have an interview. Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. I had a good day. I slept when I came back from New York. Um, yeah, man. And I think that business, we had that business from 2007, so I still want to use that name, but he has to let me know if he wants to be a part of it. I really don't want to start another LLC, but I'm thinking that I might have to. So I was talking to my godbrother today, and he told me do it in Delaware, but I got to figure out which route I'm going to take to build this LLC. And when I go to get my taxi back, lease to own, I want it under a business account, because I want to start building business credit. You could build business credit faster than personal credit. And, you know, with business credit, it's going to take me further. It's going to take me further. And the personal credit is not going to be hard to fix in my case, because I don't have, you know, over over $50,000 in old credit. I don't have that kind of stuff that I have to pay back. Yeah. Hmm. Well, that's the thing. That's why you do the business out there, because you have a better chance of saving taxes doing your business out there, you know. But There's a whole lot you have to think of, when you do that. Because I'm a resident of Pennsylvania, I know you could do a business anywhere, or you could open up an LLC anywhere, but I have to tie it into what I'm doing, which is taxi transportation. It's easy, but gotta go out there. I gotta find out if the bank that we have here, if they have that bank in Delaware. I gotta get a business address. So much stuff you have to do. When you have to find a company or an online or office location where I could use that as a business address. That if I need to have a meeting, I could go there in Delaware and have a meeting and use that address to have stuff shipped to. They'll hold it for me and get it there, or they'll forward it to me in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's probably why you came back to New York, so that you could set things up so you could travel again. I understand. Sometimes you have to take a pause for the cause, rebuild and reboot, and then dip out again. Because you came, you had to take care of some business, and you dip right out again. You went to Malaysia and Dubai. So yeah, I understand how it works. You know, understand how it works. You know, I know you have to have something going on to be able to do this. Could have been something you did already. It could have been something that's going on still. Yes, right. Yeah, but I have to find it in the state that I want to build a business account, which right now might be Delaware. But you have to have all of this in order, and this is what I got to work on now. Now I have to figure out, uh, and then if you do another LLC, I got to do the articles of incorporation over again. I got to do the articles of incorporation. There's three things that you have to do that my partner did, and I'd have to do all of that over again in order to get the LLC. Then I have to put another ad in the paper. So all of this involves money. So I have to really know where I stand. That's why all of this is done already. So we have to figure out what we have to do, or how we want to resolve what we have, you know. So yeah, that's what we talked about today for about 2 hours on the phone. And it's a lot involved in business, man, especially when you have a partner. And we're just trying to figure it out. Really trying to figure it out so we can move forward. But definitely, man. So we gotta have a conversation when you have time. Either I'll send you my number through IG, or I'll my email is on under Struggler in my description. My email is there. So however you want me to contact you, I'm ready to talk to you whenever. I'm ready to talk to you whatever. I never looked at your description. I just looked at your description just now. I've been catching so many of your lives and watching your videos that come up that I never went back, and seeing what is, but I see you keep it simple. You keep it simple. I like that. Yeah, we do. Well, we do chat on IG. It's just that the time zones is different, and I'm not just gonna press the button and make a phone call. So we'll set it up in there. Um, moving forward from today, definitely. I would like to talk about that because I do have an LLC. I do have an EIN number, and you know I just never used it. We never used the business name. We never used it because we both had situations of child support in 2007. When we went down to sit down with ABC Bus Company, we didn't have a couple of steps that we needed to go ahead and purchase the bus. That was a part of the business plan because we didn't have the knowledge. We just knew what we wanted to do because we was out there grinding, driving buses on the side. And we was in the city driving for one of these Jewish companies, and we was doing our thing. And we said, hey, we could do this ourselves. We took the Amtrak up to Albany. We went and filed for our LLC up in Albany ourselves. We went and did that together in Albany. We was about our business. I went and set up the EIN number myself. He set up, looked into the MCC and the DOT, and I also did it myself. But we didn't do it because we didn't have the bus. So I got hit with child support first. Within a week later, he got hit to child support first, and we just started laughing. What we did was we booked a trip to Jamaica. We booked a trip to Jamaica, and I'm gonna tell you, I gotta go on WhatsApp to tell you what the year was because we met some chicks out there, and to this day, we're still friends with the chicks we made. And the reason I can tell you the year because they made a group that has the name of of in the name of that group is the year. Oh, Runway Bay. We met at Runway Bay in Montego Bay in 2005. That's the year when I that was the last vacation I had out of the country before I changed titles in the job that I have now. That was my last vacation that I had out of the country was in 2005. So I've never been out of the country since 2005, and I never had a passport until recently because they held my passport privileges instead of taking my driver's license because I needed my driver's license to work. So I didn't have passport privileges till then. Now I have my passport and I want to use it because I went so long without a passport. So, you know, 2005 was in it. And to be honest with you, those two will probably meet us on the next trip if we go if we do go away again. They would actually hook up with us, and I could hook up with one of them anytime in California. But yeah, definitely I'm free now. Yeah, and I still have that friendship. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just a matter of getting the ends to going. That's all it is, getting the ends and going. But I want to go back into driving taxi because I want to build up my money, and I could build up my money now because it's just me. So now I can save. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, man, I love it. I love it right now. I love the position I'm in. I love my thought process, and I have some long-term goals and some short-term goals when I get back to work. But the whole key is getting back to work and getting back into that part-time hustle with the taxi. And I got my business cards already. And if I use the business name, I'm gonna make some new business cards with the business name because I'm gonna be taking it to another level. I'm gonna be shooting to get a straight truck. I'm gonna be shooting to get a flatbed. And all the other businesses that I want to incorporate under that business entity is stuff that I could do for under $20,000. So I could make $20,000 and with any one of those things in less than 6 months. It's just a matter of getting the tools to do it. Yeah, that flatbed is business. A straight truck is big business too, and it doesn't take much to buy it. It doesn't take much to buy it. You can find a government auction. You can find it used. You know, so many things you could do, and I got mechanics that could check it out. My job, I work around mechanics, and some of the shops I go to do business with in New York with the taxi and with my car, they work on commercial trucks. So you know, to go someplace and develop a relationship to do business, all I have to do is go there and say, hey, here's my business, here's my card. I want to open up a business account with you. Um, this is what I have. You hand them your business entity. You hand them your business card. They create a file. Then when you bring your vehicle to get work, they make an invoice and they bill you. You and you pay your invoice when the time's ready. That's that. I already know the places I want to do business with, and I already know the business that I want to do. So for me, it's right up my alley because I like transportation. You know, Funny, I amaze my partner every time because he doesn't think that he doesn't see me as being on top of the game. I'm still in the game. Oh, okay, yeah, that's big money too. And you get paid for just sitting there on the set. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I know about that too. I know about that too. But the time that you spend and you dedicating your time to just sit in some place for so long, you stay away from family so long. I don't want to do that. I had a link to do that too, but them dudes make money, but it's not for me because you stay away from home so long, man, doing that acting trailers and being on sets and traveling from one set to another. That's just staying out too long. And then, when you want time off, it's always a problem with these guys. They want to take you out of rotation. Oh, man, a lot going on with that. Forgot the name of the bus driver that retired and is doing that. But he used to ride a motorcycle. But yeah, it is, man. I know. Trust me, I know about that. I know people that's doing that. What I was doing it or going to do it, and nah, I don't want that stress. Yeah, I would like to get the Class A license, but I don't want it to get it to work for somebody. I want it to work for myself. I want to be able to get a truck. I want to be able to drive the truck if I have to, but I really want to hire a driver for a tractor trailer. I want to own one, but I don't want to drive it. And that's just something that'll be in a part of my business plan is, owning a tractor trailer, owning like 3 or 4 trailers and renting them out. You can make money off of renting a trailer. A lot of people don't realize that there's money in renting trailers. It's money in rent. You could take 4 trailers and you could set it up to go to Canada, and you have a driver that comes in from Canada, pick up your trailer, takes that merchandise in and brings it back and shuttle it back and forth to pick up goods to go in and out of Canada or in and out of Mexico. You know, there's so much things you could do, or you could set up to do work at the ports, or you could set up to do work at the rail yard. You know, yeah, man. There's so much you could do, man. And I stay on top of the game and making money in transportation because, you know, I'm in those channels too. There's something I always knew about because I've always liked transportation, whether it's buses, doing ski trips to Killington Ski Resort. Oh, I used to do that, man. Used to do trips to Killington Ski Resort. I used to have a contract. You rent a bus. You have a deal with a ski resort that you pick up. The bus comes in to pick up skis for all the people on your bus. You have the you already have your deposit at the ski resort and your people, your room state. The bus goes up there. You go in there, you give them the name of your company. They give you the paperwork with all the names for the rooms and all of your keys, and you just go on your bus and travel. In every bus, we had plates of food that we had these chicks that we was dealing with in Bushwick. They was cooking on the food, serving every bus we had. They had plates of food to go on our trips, and then every bus, I gave them a bottle of drink on the trip up. We was doing our thing, man, back in the days, man, with this law firm in Manhattan on right down the block from the high school I went to, Park West. I was dealing with some people who lost them that I met while doing armored trucks, and we was doing some serious trips, man. We had some great times back then. There was money in that type of stuff, and I was always in the game of flipping money with people, doing trips, you know. And then I started driving buses part time in Brooklyn, you know, because I like doing that stuff, and I wanted to have access to rent a bus from the company that I was working for and do my own trips. You know, we did a trip to what's that the place in Rhode Island? There was a trip. There was a all you could eat buffet in Rhode Island that specialized in lobsters and seafood, and then from there you would go to casino. 4 hours at the place to eat, and then 4 hours at the casino, and then you bring the bus back down, or you take the bus to Atlantic City and do a trip there. Get your tokens for each all of your passengers, your 10 tokens or whatever. When you sign in, stop at a restaurant. So much stuff used to be done back in the days, man. Back in the '90s and the 2000s, my man used to work for a rental car company. He was renting like four Eddie Bauer uh, explorers, and we were subletting them to the people. We was working for school safety back then. We were subletting to people that we was working for, re-renting it out and making money. There's a whole lot of stuff I used to do back in the days to make money, man. And I have knowledge of transportation, man, because that was the industry I was doing a long time ago. With these trips, especially these ski trips, man. Yeah, but I never saved any money. All I did was enjoy money and enjoy traveling at that time. And I wasn't even a drinker back then. Well, I've never been a heavy drinker, but yeah, man. Yeah, yup. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's how it was, man. You get a bunch of people from a lot of the things was teachers. When it was time off, because we worked in the school system, we had these young teachers that wanted to travel, man. We was out there doing it, man. Yo, smashing galore in Atlantic City. Yeah, man. No regrets. I enjoyed my life. I was the only one out of the group I grew up with that didn't save any money, but I was always doing something. I was always doing something. I was always gainfully employed, you know. 25 years with the job I have now so far, you know. I'm already past I'm already in my 25th year, you know. And prior to that, I was working another city job. That's when I was doing all those trips. Well, before that city job, I was with the armored truck company before that city job. But I was doing my thing, man. Doing my thing. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's why I know that the trucking industry, there's money out there right now. There's so much money. And I would like to do something with the rails because bringing in goods on the rail lines, man. I think that's what I would like to do my niche because I think that I like being along the rails, and I think that there's money that could be made with it, you know. And being in Pennsylvania, I'm seeing a lot of rail lines. So just imagine traveling the United States to go pick up work at a railroad yard to bring back into the states because you're cutting across. You're cutting across. So yeah, I would like to learn about dispatching and trucks and learning how to do the work, but just to understand it, because that could be a part of my business too. So there's a lot I could incorporate with what I want to do, and a lot of avenues I could build off of once I start. Yeah, railroads are gonna make money, and there was always merchandise that trucks are picking up from the railroads, from shipyards. Shipyard to railroad, railroad to shipyard, railroad to consumers stores. So much that I was involved with it, and a trailer, you can get a trailer for $7,000 to $13,000, I believe, for a truck, depending on how it's built or what condition you find it in, used or brand new, whatever the case may be. You can buy these things and you can make money with it. You know, you put your numbers on it, you put your tracker on it. And that's it, and you hook up with a company that's gonna wants to rent your trailers, or you sublet it to someone that's pushing work. Say, hey, well, how can we make money with my trailers? It's out there. Dedicated Amazon trailers, dedicated FedEx, dedicated trailers to run the United States Postal Service. You know, so much things, so much avenues you can go with your trailers right now. You know, because somebody's gonna need trailers. Somebody needs backup trailers. You know, that's what it is. You know, and if you know truckers, you could always line up. If somebody doesn't have a load, hey, can you get this trailer a long way, or you got somebody that I could get this trailer for me? You know, CB radio. You could jump on the CB. Hey, is there anybody that's off the clock that doesn't have any work that's available to go pick up a trailer at such and such and bring it back? It could be a short trip, but somebody has time to go do it because They got free time. It's not going to interfere with their work. They could take the trailer up they have and go make a quick $200 or whatever to go pick up a trailer, a short trip. People want to hustle. You can, you can. There's a guy that I follow that does uh containers on the West Coast. He does containers on the West Coast, and he's living and working from home on the East Coast, and he does everything in the computer. You know, and is fortunate enough to raise his family with that job and have a stay at home wife. You know, there's so many things you could do with the resources you have. It's just finding your niche. Finding your niche. You know, and that's amazing to see that there's people out there doing it. You know, there's people that are retired that from trucking that have knowledge and they're sitting home doing nothing, and they could be a consultant because they was in the business. That could be somebody that I could make a phone call and say, "Hey, I need you to figure something out for me. I know you was into trucking. This is what I need you to do," and you could pay somebody else to help you figure something out. These are things that's available to us because of the powers of the internet. Somebody could be listening right now that has knowledge. That could help. There's so many people out here that know stuff, even you. Another thing that I want to find is a grant writer, somebody that could find grants. That's something that I need right now. Right now, I need somebody that could find grants because I already have the business, I already have the LLC, I already have the EIN number, right? Imagine if somebody could find a grant, right? That could start a grant that could start my business with 4 trucks. You know, there's so much you could do. There's grants out there. You know, there are grants out there. All right. Let me screenshot that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. See, these are the things that is cool because conversations can lead you into things like this. I appreciate that. But I'm gonna talk to you anyway before I do that anyway because, like I said, you already said that we can link up and talk, and we could start right there on where we talk already and exchange numbers through there, whatever the case would be. I definitely reach out to you. I just don't know what time schedule you're on right now. If you're out of the country or if you're here. So that's the thing that bothers me about trying to contact you because you know I haven't seen you go live in a while, but either I missed it or because I was busy or because you haven't. But um, I see the shorts. You're doing a lot of shorts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was in Brooklyn today. I drove out to Brooklyn last night. I came back today. You know, my next appointment isn't until February. Uh, Actually, right before my birthday. Yeah, I think it's either the 21st or the 24th that I have an appointment to go back for my doctor's appointment. But I'll be going to Brooklyn. I have some radio equipment to pick up. Whenever my godbrother says to come down there to get it, I'll be going down there to Brooklyn to get some equipment. So I don't know if you'll be in the city or if not. We could link up, whenever I come back down, or we could make a date to link up. But you know, my thing right now is about finances. Is having you know everything in line with paying my bills out here, and then having the money to take that trip down there to New York because everything is about money right now because I'm not working. Okay, yeah, I'm actually supposed to go to to North Carolina and to Virginia. I'm actually supposed to go to Virginia Sunday coming up, but I'm going to talk to my daughter about it because everything is not set up for me to do it right now. So I might have to opt out or tell them if I could do it on Zoom. If I could do that meeting on Zoom and save the money and just pay the money for the attorney that I have to speak with, then that'll work out for me. I'm going to call my cousin tomorrow because I'm looking into some property in Virginia, some family property, and having a hard time figuring out how to go about it with my cousin because she put a wrench in it by having to go to the attorney, but she has something already set up. But that's where I'm at. And I was in Virginia a couple of weeks ago. I want to go back, and then I want to go down to North Carolina for about a week. And I would like to go when it's warm and there's no storms and stuff like that, but I might have to wait till the weather gets warm. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying yourself out there, definitely, you know? And I hope you don't have no cold weather because you coming back from that warm weather and we have cold weather now. They said they had snow in South Carolina, and I believe they had a little snow in North Carolina. And I believe some weather hit Florida too. Some kind of, I think it's some snow or something hit. No, the snow didn't have to hit hit Florida, but they got a cold front. I know that. But yeah, that's definitely gonna look into that, and I'm gonna have a conversation with you before I do it. But I'm gonna go on a laptop and look at it, see what it's about. Probably do it tomorrow, today, sometime later. But yeah, man, it's okay. That's somebody just posted something. All right. Oh wow, you ready to leave? Where's your next destination? You did you figure it out already? I mean, do you how far in advance do you plan? Yeah, because I know you have to have a serious thought process to plan everything and line everything up. Um, it's funny because I thought about it the other day when I was watching this lady that does the cruise ships and how she lined up about 30 cruises back to back. And I was saying to myself, damn man, show must be lining up his traveling and having to plan it for the amount of time that he's going to be in each place, and then he has to plan everything from one country to another country, from Malaysia to Dubai, and then in between, was it in between Malaysia? I think it was before Malaysia. You came back to the city, and he was doing the court thing. I don't remember where you was at before that court thing you was doing, and then after the court thing, you did something, and then you came back. You came back again. I don't know if you stayed in the city, if we made a trip, and then you came back again for another case, and then you left, you came back again to take care of some business, and then you left and went to Malaysia, I think. I don't remember if you went to someplace else before Malaysia, but I remember that you was here in the States before you went to Malaysia, and then I guess it's the first time being back since then. Okay. I hope you use it for Colombia. I have no love for DR no more, man. My dad goes to DR every year and he goes up to the country, but um people are messing it up for us to go there, man. And I really don't like the thought of I want to go there, but I don't want to go there. If I go to DR, I'm only going to DR to go there and hang out with my dad when he's up in the mountains somewhere. But other than that, I don't want to go to DR. I'd rather go back to Colombia because I've been there. I've been to Cartagena. I've been to uh, a part called Cali, and there's a little fishing village somewhere off of Cali. I don't know the pronunciation, but I call it La Bochilla. And I've been to a fishing village, and I think there's so much more to do in Colombia. I mean, I know it's changed since when I was there as a kid, and I know the same thing goes on there in DR. But I understand how to travel there. I understand how to eat, and I understand how to be. Used to rent the horse and buggies to travel around. So I understand a little bit more about Colombia, and I have experience there. So I think I'll be straight of going there and going to another part of Colombia. Like Cali. Oh, okay. I didn't know that you had to stop in another country. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. The funny thing is, I'm not interested in Dubai. I think that Dubai is a place that you'd need a lot of money to stay there because it's just so the cars are so high end. Yeah, man, these dudes mess it up, man. And not to downplay, the only guy that I do like that talks about stuff there or those places is Fly. He's the only one that makes sense with what he's doing because he's showing you something and he's telling you about building a legacy. That's the only thing that things me because he's trying to build something with what he's doing. And when he went to Africa, that was funny too because you know I think he's doing this thing out there, but oh really? Okay. See, I would never know that. But those other guys, there's also two other guys that I follow. I think Brian something and chocolate guy in Thailand, and there's another guy that said he's changing his name because he's in Los Angeles now. I can't remember his name. He's in Los Angeles because of his father, and he has storage and stuff he has to sell before he goes back. And he was gonna change it to international. I just called him the other night. I don't remember his name, but man, it does look expensive on TV. And I know there's another, the old Dubai. I know that's there too, but I don't see too much stuff on it. But it's not a place that's on my to do list, man. I think that you know if there was someplace else I could lay over, I would like it. And then you have all these rules you have to follow, and I'd never be able to rent a car out there because it looks like it's gonna be expensive. So I did like when you showed that you could either I think you said you could be picked up you was picked up in a Mercedes Benz, and then someplace you was at you was picked up in a Lexus, I think. So yeah, man. I'm sure, it is reasonable, but it's not on a to do list for me. Now if I was making money from my businesses and I had, a line of credit that I could use, I could see myself wanting to go there and meeting a few chicks that's traveling there and hanging out with some chicks. Yeah, that's a different story. If you got some money making chicks that's gonna hang out there, yeah. That would have been a nice experience, CV. Really? See, I would have never knew that show that is cheaper than New York. Yeah, but it's my understanding that you can't talk to them because Muslim women don't usually talk to people, man. You know. Oh wow. Yeah, that's another thing. Show is that when you're in the states, man, you got to be in a certain circle to talk to certain types of chicks because they don't speak. Where I'm at, I look forward to going to New York. I look forward when I went to Virginia, man. I had a good time because chicks actually spoke to you. Here in Pennsylvania, where I live at, the chicks don't speak to you. I want to go places where people are not afraid to communicate. Right? Okay. See, so I would never know that because I've never traveled to the places you've traveled to. So that's why I say that it might be different from other Islamic countries, but I would never know that because I don't do that. But I'm telling you, my experience is here. You know? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, people don't generally talk casually to men, and that's the problem. Is that you know communicating is. My dad taught me at the young age how to communicate, right? And in my relationships, the relationship is gonna go sour if you fail to communicate with me, right? And uh, that's the problem. Some women don't like to communicate, and I've experienced that, you know. And these are things I want to go places where people are gonna communicate, where I'm gonna be able to communicate with people. Okay, you see, and this is my knowledge of Dubai. Dubai was a country that was built off of rich people that invested into that place to build. Michael Jackson's has a lot of money that was put into Dubai to build Dubai, from my understanding. What happened to all of that money that Michael Jackson put into Dubai? You know, that was the story that I heard of when Dubai was being built. It was people like Michael Jackson who put money into the builders there. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But these are things that I have to talk about with you because these are things that I don't know. You're traveling, you're experiencing this. Uh, CV, she knows about this stuff because of the line of work she's exposed to people that are doing things, and she chose to turn down a trip to Dubai, but she has a knowledge of what we're talking about because she's in that circle. I'm not in that circle, to know these things. That's why I watch your channel show, so I can learn these things that you're telling me about now. Yeah, but these people are going there to work, right? These people are going there to work in Dubai. Because I've seen the channel where somebody said that a lot of people travel to go work in Dubai. Actually, it was a cruise channel, and a lady said that she likes working on cruise ships. But one thing she also does is she goes to Dubai and works in the hotels in her off time, and then she goes back and works on cruise ships. I don't know the channel I was following, but it was somebody that was a guest on somebody's channel. They said that. Excuse me. But yeah, a cruise ship is an industry too to make money. Working on a cruise ship, and you go from cruise ship to cruise ship. I was following the channel when I first in March or somewhere in March or April. That was my thing, watching cruise ship channels because I found some people that was doing that. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Go to Dubai to network, but you could go to Thailand and Malaysia to relax and live. Yeah. Oh wow, wow, Steve. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. hmm I didn't know that, CB. Wow. So you're familiar with the Philippines too? See, I would never know that. I mean, not that I would never know. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know that that a lot of people the money's the money's more. You get more for your value, and the money there is they deal in pesos. I know that. Yeah, yeah. I was following a couple of Philippines channels too, but I'm getting bored with. There's only one channel that I do like. But I don't like the moderators in that channel, so I don't really go into her channel. But she does come and support my channel. Liza Sarimento, she's from the Philippines, but she works in Thailand, and I follow her channel. But a lot of these moderators moderate all these channels for all the women in the Philippines, and I'm not too happy with a lot of the moderators out there. So I don't enjoy the channels no more. I don't support the channels, and then I had an issue where there was a channel I was following, and somebody went into the channel that could speak the language, and hey, this person cut me off because they got all these new people that came in the channel. What this person went in there, and the person doesn't talk to me no more because they're getting something out of all these new people that went to the channel. And I never got to talk to the guy because he's never emailed me, but he said he had something to talk to me about, but he never even. But these are the things I don't mess with those channels no more. I don't support the channel. I don't go in it. Yes, they make money. I found a decent apartment in Dubai for 6 months. I'm thinking about going back there. Something. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. See, I want to do these things when I retire because I believe I'll have a budget with my retirement check, and um, I want to find out if I can get into this family property in Virginia first, so that I'll have guaranteed property where, I can spend $600 a month, to have my stuff there. Yeah. So, but you've been to the Philippines, right, Show? Yeah, me and my godbrother was talking about Vietnam. There's some eating spots that he wanted to see there. My top three countries that I want to go to right now, since I've been watching your videos, one of them was Philippines, but I lost interest in the Philippines. I want to go to Thailand. I would like to try Thailand, Malaysia, and Japan. Thailand, Malaysia, and Japan. Oh wow. Okay, cool. I never. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought you was there before. Yeah. Oh, you've been to Japan, CB? Yeah. What I like about Japan so far is the technology. They're so ahead in technology. Um, and I guess I'd like to say I like the cars. Those Toyotas they have out there are phenomenal. You know, so I like the cars. I think Japan is more advanced than China, if I'm not mistaken. But that's one of the things is that it's more advanced. Yeah. But I find that one of the things that I think Japan is more expensive. So, you know, we had a group of guys that wanted to go out there, and I went on a comp case, so I couldn't save. So the guy said that he didn't want to go if I didn't go. Oh, 2 day layovers? Okay, yeah. China's pulling ahead of Japan. Okay, yeah. I haven't. It's funny. I haven't been doing any reading of international stuff. Like I used to read a lot of magazines back in the day, and getting married, I stopped doing all of that reading and stuff that I used to do, and buying magazines at a magazine store. I haven't been doing that, man. I haven't. Being married, I didn't have the budget that I wanted to do things to expand my mind, and my whole mindset changed in this last marriage, and now it's like I'm really finding myself. And yeah, it's strong now, right? It's strong now. The US dollar is strong now, but before I didn't see it as being affordable 3 or 4 years ago when we was trying to plan it out, or 3 years ago, 2 years ago when we was thinking about it. You know, actually, no, it was before I got married because the guy that wanted to go, he helped me move into the house when I moved when he came out to help me move into the house when I got married. So it had to be over 4 years ago. We talked about it, and after that, the guy I got married and everything changed. And then we talked about traveling, and then once we got married, traveling was out the picture when she had grandchildren. She didn't want to do nothing but be around for her grandchildren, and it played a part in our relationship. But yeah, I want to do it now. Give me a second. I gotta put something on because for some reason I'm getting cold, and maybe I don't have the heaters on number two because maybe I turned them down, but I'm getting cold in here, and because I left yesterday, for some reason the room is not as warm. But then again, it could be because of my hair. I don't have as much hair on my head, so that's probably why I'm feeling cold. And I don't have any socks on, so there's not enough hair on my head to hold the warmth no more. And there's no socks on my feet because I don't like laying down with socks on my feet when I go to sleep. I took my socks off, and I actually don't want to put them back on, but I do need something on my head because now that I got this haircut, you know, my head is cold. I do have a hat handy. Yeah, so man, there's a lot for us to talk about. Wow, CV, I didn't know you was into so much traveling, CV. That's awesome. Learn something new every day. And I did tell Tiger yesterday that I have to text you because I want to get with you on the Nightbot thing. But everybody's schedule is so different that I'm afraid to text people not knowing their schedule. Yeah. I sleep with my feet inside the blankets, but I do have to take them out every now and then when I get too hot. But I have to be warm when I go to sleep. Mongolia, okay, yeah, that's nice. But I'm the type of person where that I have to be warm, and being single and not having a cuddle bunny is not as fun anymore, but it's okay. Yeah. uh See, I couldn't have that. I yeah. You're right, man. Definitely. I hope so. I can't have furry animals because I'm allergic to fur, and I'm not home enough to take care of a fish tank. You know, if I do have a homestead, then I'll get dogs to protect my flock. But I'll be home to take care of them. But right now I want to travel, so you can't travel with pets. That's one thing with one of my partners. He can't go away, and because he has pets, and his wife is not going to take care of his dog if he's not there. So every time he wants to go somewhere, he has to drive his dog to New York and put the dog in a kennel in Long Island. That's cheap, cheap. Yeah, the cheap kennel he uses. Nah, I can't get a pet, man. I can't even get a fish tank. I like African cichlids, fishes, and I can't even get a fish tank with African cichlids. I can't even get koi fish because the automatic feeders don't even work. You can't leave them and have depend on an automatic feeder to feed your fish while you're gone. No way. So trust me, I know. I've been there. My friend, what's those big fish? Oscars. My friend has had Oscars for years, and every time he gets this Oscar tank growing, the job gets in the way of him taking care of his fish, and nobody else in the house took care of the fish, and his Oscars always died. He used to have homing pigeons. Work got in the way of him taking care of his homing pigeons. If you can put what outside to acclimate to eating bugs? A fish tank? Oh yeah, yeah, but I can't even do koi pond if you don't have your own property. I had a koi fish tank in the apartment one year with a girlfriend I had that was in Queens, and she couldn't maintain the fish tank on her own. Okay, yeah. Can't I'm not anywhere where I could have that outside. In New York City you couldn't leave a tank outside. And I didn't have a house with the property I was renting when I was in New York City. So that wouldn't have worked. And any fish tank you leave outside, especially night fish, somebody's gonna walk by and steal it. Even if it's in your yard. in New York City. Nothing's safe in New York City outside. But yeah, I never knew that. But those are the fish. I would love to have a koi pond with with like a little bridge that goes over it, and an area where I could sit down and smoke cigars and drink some spirits and just sit there and feed the kois and watch them. You know, I even had a plan that if I was to have money to have a koi pond that goes underneath the outdoor pool in an enclosure, and you can see straight through the bottom around the side of the pool or somewhere in there. You can see the fish through the bottom because they have a place to get away from predators in the winter. Yeah, now I'm not gonna get any pets, not at all. I can't. I'm not thinking of it, but just something that came up in this conversation. I guess I don't know how, but we started talking about animals. But yeah, I can't have any animals because I want to travel, and I couldn't even have them now because when I get back to work, I'm away from home. You know, but I have somebody that'll get my packages and get my mail, and that'll check on my apartment to make sure everything's okay. We'll go check the front door and check the back door, check my windows and make sure nobody's tampering with it. Right now, Shift CB, I'm trying to build myself back up because um oh wow. That's a conversation we have to have, man. So yeah, CB, I'm since all this August I've been on my own in an apartment. We sold a house in September. August I moved into the apartment. So I'm just trying to build myself back up, you know. I haven't been able to save any money because I'm not working. I'm on a workers' comp case. So I'm living month to month. And I have something that I have to do Sunday that I can't even do because I just don't. I have to go to Virginia to speak on attorney about some property in the family name that I'm trying to get my side of the family's acres in my name. My cousin, my dad's cousin, has everything in her name, and she says she wants me to come down and sit and talk to the attorney so we can figure out what we have to do to get the acres. That's she's saying 10 acres. I'm entitled to 10 acres. How we could go ahead and you know whatever the plan is to get it in my name. She wants me to see the attorney. She doesn't want to tell me herself, so I gotta pay, and I can't even go down there right now because I'm not working. But it's something that I want to do. If it's gonna cost me $20,000 or $30,000 to invest into 10 acres, right? That'll be mine, and I could figure out how to do it. I'll figure out how to do it. If it's more than that, then I'm not interested. But for that, I'll do it because I could leave here and establish residency down there right now, and live there and pay that off. So this is where I'm at. Fishing and chefing. Hello, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Is trying to figure out this property and wow, West Virginia. Yeah, I'm in where it's at is not too far from West Virginia, but it's Crew, Virginia, and 105 acres is a lot. But I have less than that, but I think it's Nottingham, Virginia. So I really don't know much. I've never been to that side of Virginia. I've traveled there before, but I've been more so in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Virginia Beach, um, Chesapeake, Virginia. So I know nothing about the other side. Only thing I know about West Virginia is they say if you ever travel to West Virginia, go apply for your concealed carry because West Virginia gives you more reciprocity than most other states. So I know that about West Virginia, but I've never been there. I don't know anybody there, but I heard it's nice. But I don't know anybody there, but somebody said that I should retire, look into Virginia or West Virginia because the timing is good there. But so far, I like the Commonwealth. So the Commonwealth is working for me here. My insurance is cheap. It's affordable. But yeah, you've been where? Pennsylvania or West Virginia? Where didn't you like CV? Okay, yeah. Came to Pennsylvania because I had got in touch with a friend that I wasn't in touch with for over 30 years, and she was going through something, and we was planning to meet, and I was planning to move out here to see how I like it because I wanted to change, and she offered that change to me, and then in the midst of it, planning to move out before the set date to move, 2 weeks before I was supposed to move, I lost my son that year when I moved out here. So that's why I'm here because I needed a change, and I decided that it was peaceful for me over here compared to being in New York losing my son. So now that we're not together, I still like it. Brown City Gun and Roll States. Yeah, that's how I feel here in Pennsylvania because it's totally different for me here, and I don't really like it, but I like the money I'm paying. I can't afford to live in New York City. Can't afford to live in New York City, but I like rural living though. I really do. I would like to move further out and into closer to the Maryland border, the southern end of Pennsylvania. But I'm gonna be going through the same crap. But I like to live more where the Amish people are because the Amish are not biased. They about their money, and you could bake bread with Amish people real easy if you have trucks, if you have transportation, because all they need is somebody to help them transport their goods, and they'll work with you. 1985. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I have a rough time here. A lot of people are jealous of me because I work in New York. A lot of people are jealous of me because I have more than one car. And then uh, they call my wife is calling me bougie. Because I tip. I'm too bougie. I work hard. I work hard. Yeah, it's out here. You can do it. You can do that. Anytime you live close to them and you have a skill or you have something that they could benefit for, they're gonna work with you. I believe there's Amish in West Virginia. That those acres of land. If you was next to Amish people, right, they would actually make a deal with you to uh, grow on their land. They'll make a deal with you. You know, this is the type of lifestyle these people have. If you have a farm right next to them and the Amish somebody sold it and they was doing business or they could do something on your farm, they'll ask you permission to do it. Excuse me a second, everybody. Sorry about that. So there's so much networking you can do with them, and that's why I say trucking is a business that is very lucrative. And depending on where I'm at, there's options to do business because they'll do business with you with a truck, they'll do business with you with a flatbed. These are all things that I want to look into because I know I can make money with it out here. I just got to get to the southern end, you know, because they have crops, they have stuff that they want to get taken care of. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. So there's a lot of options I have living out here because of networking. It doesn't take long to network to establish a relationship. You know, I know a guy right now. His family owns a farm feeding business where they sell feed for farm animals. He actually wanted me to drive with him, drive for him, and take over driving the truck that he's driving. And he asked me could I do it for him for the first year when I retire, so that he could do something, take over the business, a better end of the business part inside the location of what his parents is doing, so that he could do that, and I could drive and do what he does, so he could take on another responsibility. And he said that he'll buy me the tractor. He'll buy me a tractor. How long will I work for him with it? Hey, first generation farmer. And I told him that I don't know if I want to work for anybody, but I would work to pay off a tractor. And he says, yeah, man. He says, if you're willing to do it for 2 years, he said, I'll buy that tractor for you if you drive it for 2 years. But I didn't take him up on the offer. I don't know where I stand with him, because I'm not with my wife anymore. I don't know if I'm going to maintain that friendship with them. You know. No, it's a tractor, not a farming tractor. I call the front part of a tractor trailer a tractor. So let's say a Kenworth, or a Freightliner, or I guess it's called a Peterbilt. The tractor that pulls a trailer for an 18 wheeler. That's what I'm talking about. You know, these are things that I've been offered out here for work in Pennsylvania. A semi truck, yes, thank you. Yeah, I always say the wrong thing, TV. Yeah, a semi truck. Yeah, I've always called a semi truck a tractor for some reason. I don't know why, but first generation, he's a farmer, so a tractor is actually a John Deere or something like that, or whatever other companies make tractors for farming. I don't know, but he's on his game with farm stuff. Right? Okay, yeah. So you know, and there's bus companies out here, Fent, yes. There's bus companies out here that want to hire you to drive bus. I know in the lodge I go to, there's a lot of people that ask me, are you gonna come drive with Pennsylvania? Because if you come drive for my company, I'll get a bonus if I refer you. A lot of people want me to come there just so they could get a bonus. But I don't want to work for anything. I want to work for myself, when I retire. Anything that I could do out here in 6 months' time, I could save at least $20,000 to $40,000 to build another business for myself, because that's the type of money you should be able to make out here. You know, working for yourself. Working for yourself. Yeah, yeah, but like I said, it's not anything that was written in stone. It was just an offer that was made to me, and I don't know if it still stands, because those are her friends. Yeah, it is. But the good thing is that you're young, and you have your whole life ahead of you to build your business. I'm 55. I should be retiring. I shouldn't be thinking about working, but I want to build some income so that I could travel. I want to have an income so I could travel. You know, I wasn't able to do it because of my responsibilities to my kids, and I don't have a son now to say, "Hey, Dad, you know what? Here's X amount of money. Go take a trip. I got you. I'll take care of the mortgage for you. I'll take it as like I don't have that option now. I don't even have anybody to carry my family name no more because I lost my son. So, you know, I want to travel. Yeah, I know the guy that I'm talking about. He had a farm. He was farming, and he had partners on his farm because he was growing some other stuff, and they messed up his crops for the other stuff they was growing, and he messed up his crops for the farmland he had. So now he went back to not farming his land, to working at the parents' feed business. Driving trucks. There's a kid out here that drives a milk truck. He went to the army with my son, I have it on Facebook, but he's out here somewhere, driving a dairy truck. His family has a dairy business. Yeah, for sure. You're sending some mixed messages here because that doesn't look too good. You don't know how much longer you will live because farming is really dangerous, and you fired all your employees. You can't fire all your employees and do the whole thing yourself. And I'm not going to college. I'm not between those ages. So yeah, I'm past those ages, man. I'm old enough to be your father, brother. My daughter just turned 23 yesterday. You're 24. Way past those ages. I might look young, but I'm past that age. I think you said you was 24. My daughter just turned 23 yesterday. My son, if he was alive, I think he'd be 27 right now, if I'm not mistaken. But I lose track of that too because I really don't have to remember how old he's gonna be because he's gone. But he'd either be 26 or 27. Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm 55. Gonna be 56 next month. Wait, what's today's date? Yeah, next month. So I believe I'll be 56 if I'm not right. If I'm correct. I try not to remember my age because I don't want to feel like I'm getting old. Thanks. Yeah. My dad, I think, is 70, 77. I'm not even sure. Yeah. You try not to remember that because you want to live your life. You want to live your best life and keep doing things that you enjoy doing. No reason to keep up with the ages. They got to keep up with it. Happy birthday. How old are you now? My daughter said, Dad, really? I said, yeah. I'm gonna have to ask you because I don't remember, I don't want to. I said, your mother's getting old. She has more gray hair than me. Her mother's younger than me, but she has more gray hair than me. I tell her, tell your mom she's getting old. I don't want an age, you know. And I didn't even. I usually send for my daughter's birthday. I usually send my ex-wife a birthday and say you're getting old. I mean, not a birthday, a message. I didn't send the message yesterday because I was so busy, you know. But I'm gonna send her a message today and tell her, hey, I forgot to tell you that yesterday that you're getting old. I figured to put a smile on her face. My first wife. But I kind of try to keep her, you know, communicate with her because we both lost our son, and all we have is our daughter now. So I try to make her still feel special. Still, she's always gonna matter in my life because it was my first wife, and we have a child together. Even though she's really remarried, she's still a part of my life uh, as long as my daughter, she has to, she has two parents that she has to worry about, and I have to make sure for her sake that her mother's all right. You had to get the calculator to figure out how old they are. Wow. So you're older than me. You would be older than me then if your kids are 33, 35, 35, and 37. Yeah. So you had twins. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. It's funny. My daughter asked me that. My daughter said, "Dad, when you travel, are you trying to meet somebody younger so you could have another child? Because I want a brother." And she said, if you have a brother, I want to take care of my brother. I said, you'll have to because I can't run no more. I'm not going to be running after no kids. Okay, right. Yeah. I heard you say his name the other day. He made a joke with you. And and I know he's the one that's always in the background holding the camera, but you know, you said Tim. I wanted to say something with the joke you made, but I wanted to make a comment, but I said, oh, I don't know you that good. I'm gonna leave that alone. But he said a comment and you snapped right back at him. You're the one looking. It was funny. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's one of the things she said, show. If I'm gonna have a girlfriend. And I told her that actually I said, excuse me, the last young girl I met that was when I was driving taxi and she was really trying to holler at me. And I said, how would you have felt if I would have hooked up with somebody that was 27, your brother's age, that was interested in me? I said, that's the last person that tried to holler at me was 27. And I said, I thought about it and I couldn't do it. And she says, yeah, that's sort of young because uh that would be the age my brothers. I said, yeah, these are the things I think about. And it's funny, the guy that was in here, Tate, that was in here earlier, I was telling him because his wife is Filipino, and I said, for me, I think for my age, they'll have to be in their 30s or 40s if I was in another country. And he said, I'm 61 and my wife is in her 40s. I was like, wow. He said, no, I don't feel bad. That's the thing that I asked him about because his wife is Filipino, and he has two children with her. So these are the age gaps that I look at now because yeah, I would like to have a son to carry my family name, but don't want to have it here in America with these women that all they want to do is take it for child support, pay child support for 19 years. I can't see myself being old and having to do that. My dad can't do nothing now because he's worried about this woman taking him for child support. And if he is taking for child support, he can't afford to live where he's living at. So these are the things that I worry about. Let me go back to the comments because go, Timmy, one is Timmy in Thailand and Malaysia. You probably have a 30-year-old girl wanting to get with you. Yeah, I believe that. I can handle that, but you have to be able to support them. Yeah, I don't know who Mason is. Yeah, okay, wow, 30-year difference. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Only in America. Because, in other countries, you can have more than one wife. And they're not looking at the age there. You don't want a girl because they are crazy and expensive. Not all girls are like that. You don't want a girl, you want a woman. First generation farmer. That's the difference. You don't want a girl, you want a woman. You want someone who's educated, who has the same values of you, and who has the same business mindset that you have. You just need to start traveling so you can see that there's a lot out there to offer you. You know, follow channels like Passport Show, who's in here now, or Sakura, and you learn about other countries and see what's out there. You'll see him traveling the world. There's so much the world has to offer, and you have to take time to live your life. You know, you have to take time to live your life. He's your shark guy. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Passport, we have to have a conversation, man, because that that's not bad right there. But you know, you got to meet the right person. You know, that's doable. But you have to meet the right person. And okay, CB, I don't really pay attention to the chats no more. All I do now is I close the chats and I watch the video. I'll tell you. Let me tell you. There's so much going on with these chats with the people that really supported my channel, and there used to be a lot of people in here, but there's so much going on that people forgot who their supporters were, and they're so into so many different other things that I don't enjoy a lot of these channels that are out there of the people I used to follow that helped me get my subs up. They come on, they do their lives, they don't even check to see who's on, they don't even jump in to say hey, I see you're on, I'm gonna stay here for 30 seconds. It takes for YouTube, for your view to count, you have to come in the chat for at least 30 seconds, right? And like it for you to get credit for it. If you come in, drop a like and go, I'm not gonna get credit for somebody being here. It's not showing that I have people in the chat. And I'm watching on this phone right here how many people I'm getting notifications that are going live that didn't stop in here to that I followed didn't stop in here because I was live, that don't have my notifications on to see that I'm live. But yet I go on all these people's live streams and show them support, but they're not here right now, you know. And I could tell you, we could go right to a live right now if I ended this, and I could go into a live and I could show you how many people go in there. As soon as I type my name, everybody's gonna flood saying hello, Struggler, or hello, Anthony, but they're not here right now. They're not here right now. So my views is gonna start changing because I'm gonna start having to build a new. I'm gonna change my name and get a new set of people that's gonna come to my channel because I'm gonna start using hashtags and I'm gonna put something else under Struggler. Me and Flames was talking about that the other day, and uh, what's her name? Luminaries changed the name on her channel because she has to get her niche to get the people on her channel. And this is something I was talking about before she did it. Me and Flames was talking about that. He's like, it's like, yo, you got to change your name. I said, I don't want to put the same name. I want to do something different. He was saying fishing with Struggler. I don't want my channel to be just about fishing. Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. I do that too. Everybody I've subscribed to, I support. But I don't get the same thing from them. You just started coming to my page, right? I just met you. You've been in my life more more than people who I've used my two subscribes to get them so that they could go live. These people are not in here. So, it is what it is, you know. But this is why I'm interested in so many different things, and the people that I'm interested in are here right now, are here right now. The people that I have relationships that I talk to are here right now because these are the people that have the content that I like. These are the contents these are the channels I'm always in, when they come on because they have stuff that I'm interested in seeing. That's what you're gonna see here. You're gonna have people that are doing things that I'm interested in doing, also seeing. Tate, he's doing gig work. I like that channel. I just started following him the other day. I don't even know what channel I was in when I got him, but he's here and I'm in his channel. He had something that I like to see. He's doing good work, you know. Show he travels. Uh, he's always traveling, creating content, so it's good to see him in here. But these are the things I like watching this channel because he's out of the country, and I'm learning that you can do these things off of a certain amount of money. Stevie, she's always cooking. Gives me a lot of ideas when it comes to cooking, things that I used to do. Believe it or not, when I was in high school, I went to Park West High School, culinary arts and nautical education. That was what my school was renowned for, nautical education and culinary arts, right? I should have a culinary arts degree. I don't have it, but this is something that I like, cooking and catering, you know? That was my passion. I used to have a passion for cooking when I was in junior high school. And, when my first set of girlfriends coming out of junior high school, going into high school and coming out of high school, I was actually cooking, just doing my thing. I was the guy that was going on a one-on-one sit down at a park where I could barbecue and creating a meal and busting out a bottle of wine, right? And then after we leave this little barbecue location, go, going going home or going on a trip and putting it down. These are the things that I used to do back in the day, you know? Yeah, because I've been going live a while, but I don't really put it down there because I'm not able to do the content for the paper because I'm on comp, so I can't do no fishing content. So I really you wouldn't know because I never really talked about it with you because I'm on your channel because it's about your channel, it ain't about me. I'm glad you saw it, but yeah, I've been going wildfire live. You see that I started it dark to see what it was like. I did a lot of stuff in my live streams, man. Sometimes you couldn't even see me, but now it's about getting the timing, so I could get the watch hours. As long as I'm on live, it counts as watch hours. So that's what I'm doing now. But I really my whole thing wasn't to be here to be a content creator. It was just somebody suggested because they heard my story and they say, "Hey, man, you have a serious story. You might be able to reach somebody that needs help because there might be somebody that's going through something that you've been going through." Maybe you don't know this show, but I did. I had a financial hardship and I lived out of a vehicle for 7 years working for the city of New York. Right. I lived out of two vehicles, a expedition and a conversion van. And while I was doing this with after my first marriage went sour, um, I was fishing at night, breaking night, because I had a permit that I could park on the national parks, and I was able to sleep there. And my job had a shower, so I would sleep there. I would go to work and I would shower, go to use the bathroom, and I slept in my vehicle because I couldn't afford rent. So there's a whole lot that I've done, in my past that led me up to this name Struggler, and so much information. Somebody said, "Hey, you should do a channel," and that's why I did it. Yeah, yeah, first generation. You hate cooking? I can cook, but I'm lazy. And it's a challenge for me because I'm still learning. And I got an air fryer because it's a lot easier to cook with an air fryer than cooking behind a stove. And I really don't have the time for it. But that's why I like Chef Cv's channel because she shows me that some of the stuff she's cooking is so easy. A lot of the stuff she uses, I don't have, like the seasonings and the setup she has. But it still gives me inspiration to say that, hey, you can still do this eventually. Somebody just came, hey, Ian, how are you? INFF. Yeah, you do, CB, because I see you in a lot of the channels. Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, I've always had renters insurance, even when we had the house, and I still have it. And I gotta fine tune it now because I gotta start taking pictures, with the stuff I have. But the one thing I have now, if I do travel, I have somebody to watch it for me, to look out. That's right, man. That's right. Keep pushing. Yeah, keep pushing. Yeah. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm starting all over again. And I didn't plan to be starting over at 55. And all my friends are doing things, man. I got girls at my job younger than me that's traveling, man. These pictures, man. And they always invite me out, you know. They always invite me out. And yeah, yeah, we do. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I've paid for storage for the last 25 years for storage, right? They say if you have stuff in storage, you don't need whatever's in there. But I paid for it because I have my stuff in there. Right now, in my storage unit, I have a Corvette that's insured, right? If something happens to my Corvette, I'm gonna get money for it. It's not running, but I have a Corvette in my insurance in there. I have two motorcycles. I don't have any insurance on the motorcycles. If something happens to those and a scooter, I'll have a loss of my. I'll get money for the scooter. I won't get it for the bikes. But um, I'm gonna talk to my broker to see if my renter's insurance could cover my storage unit because now I'm really going looking into making sure everything's covered so that when I do travel, everything is going to be documented. My broker's going to have a copy of everything that I have so that if something happens, I'll get my money. I'll get some money back so I can start over. Yeah. So yeah, okay, Stevie. that's where I'm at right now. And I'm broke, but I have two pickup trucks, I have two cars, and I have another car that I'm giving to my neighbor that I put a classic plate on. And everything is paid for. My insurance is paid in full for 6 months. So I'm all right. But everything has to give back if something happens to them, you know. Excuse me, you know. Yeah, power to as well. Well, when I say broke, I mean like I don't have savings to pick up and go and come hang out and go on a trip. Uh, One of the things that characteristics of not being broke is having something to fall back on so you could go do something. So I don't have $40,000 in the bank. I have $40,000 and I blew it because I was paying for uh, a lease to own car, you know, and I blew my savings, you know. I got right now I have a check that I could use to get the taxi back, and I'm debating on using it for something else, but I need that check to get the taxi back. I got a deposit before next month in the bank because you got 90 days. I've been holding on to this check for 90 days, you know, because that's what I want to use to get the taxi back when I get back to work. But that's my investment into myself so that I could go make some side money to start putting away to save so that I can travel, you know. My goal right now, my short term goal is to be able to go away in 2027 to go out of the country. My long term goal, my short term goal is to go somewhere between now and 2026 to travel. I want to go to Jamaica. I want to get that passport out in Jamaica. Once I get that passport, that opens up the door to going away to Malaysia or Thailand. You know, but this is something that I want to know. How much do you think I should save up to go there? These are the things I want to talk about with you because, you know, it's something I want to do, you know, and I want to do it while my tools still work in case I have the opportunity to have a son, you know. I really would like to do that because, you know, my daughter proposed something to me if it happened. And like I said, don't have anybody to carry the family name. That's something that's important to my daughter, you know. Very important because even if she has a kid, it doesn't carry the family name. You know, the husband could say, "Oh, I want my son to have my name. I don't want it to have your dad's name. It's not my son. He doesn't carry the family name." Oh yeah, but you got to be able to afford them. You know what I mean? I gotta. You know, I have a. How old is she? I think I have a 12-year-old sister that's gonna be 13. My dad had a baby with a Dominican woman, and you know that how that relationship went, right? But I got a younger sister. Didn't get a younger sister till I was over 40 years old. I lived my whole life as an only child, and now I have a younger sister that's 12 years old. Believe it or not, that my daughter should be calling auntie. You know, my daughter's aunt is younger than her. Can you believe that? My daughter got her aunt by double digits, and she has an auntie. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I should be traveling now to find somebody to make a kid with. That's what I should be doing. Don't feel I'm in a position to do it, you know. But it'll be the easiest way because now you're opening the doors for someone else that that could help build something, a legacy for their family someplace else, and change the dynamics of their path. You know. So yeah, man, a lot I'm thinking about, show. Believe me, a lot I'm thinking about. But the major thing is what I've talked about is my age to someone else's age, and what age is acceptable to date when you go to these other countries. You know, because that's a big thing. You know, that's a big thing. That sounds good. That sounds good. Tiger, how are you, Tiger? How is your day, Tiger? President of a senior class in high school, and there were three younger than him. Grandfather was a battery rooster. At 90%. Chef Stevie's in here too. She says she'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, Tiger, I forgot to send you that email yesterday. I mean, not the email, but the message about what I wanted you to look into for me. But today was a bit. Yesterday was a busy day. I forgot going into yesterday that it was going to be my daughter's birthday. I knew it was coming, but I remembered in the morning yesterday to text her, but I didn't do the things that I said I was going to do because I was originally supposed to go to see my daughter after I left New York, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And you see how you say Southeast Asia? My knowledge of geography is not what it used to be. I was talking about that with my gobbler. Every time I want to talk about someplace in the United States, I have to call them up to say, "Hey, where's such and such?" Like, um, what's the word I was looking for? Uh, I forgot what this guy on the trucker channel. He the Ornox. I forgot what it is. Um, I have to see his name and then maybe I'll remember what this place is where he has his land now. He was originally in Ohio and he bought some land in another state. I just don't remember what he calls it. Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, and okay. Where is Indonesia considered? A friend of mine, he invested into a shrimp farm in Indonesia when we used to work for the Board of Ed. And I don't even know what came about of that, but that was something he did a long time ago. That was someplace I was interested in too because of the seafood there, and I was fascinated. Southeast, okay, yeah, I was fascinated by the fact that he had invested into a business that had to do with shrimp, and I that's my favorite. Shrimp and lobsters, lobster tails is my favorite seafood, but I can't. I'm allergic to the tails now, and the shrimp has to be cleaned properly. If I go someplace like let's say if I go to a what's the name of this place that cooks in front of you? What's the name of the places that you go sit down and they cook the food in front of you on a griddle? Okay, Southeast Asians are usually brown skin. Okay, yeah. Hibachi, yeah. Hibachi. Um, when I was going to hibachi out here, there was a restaurant we liked. I had to have them take the tails off and make sure the shrimp is clean and to not bring the lobster tail in not to bring the lobster in the tail, just to take it out of it first. And if I go to a crab place, like they have these new crab restaurants in New York City. I forgot the name of it. But whatever seafood place I go to, I can't have mussels. I can't have anything that's in the same container that the mussels is in. They have to cook my food separate from. If everybody's getting a group and everybody's eating out of this one dish, I can't eat with them. I have to order my food separately because I can't have any of this stuff from the tails in my meal because I'm allergic to it and half my body will shut down. Ah man, first gen, you gotta come out there one day, man. Oh my goodness. You're young, man. You're 24, man. You gotta be going and seeing things, you know? You gotta take some time out to live life. Not going to happen. Okay, I hear you. You are on the grind. Who's allergic to the iodine, Tiger? I couldn't pay you to go to New York City. Why not, man? What you got against New York City? First gen? You go to North Carolina? So you don't want to see the Statue of Liberty? You don't want to go to the Empire State Building? I hear you about the too many people and you need space. I understand that very well, but it's someplace that's close to you. You should want to see these places, man. You know, or drive down there for the day. You don't have to stay there long. You could drive down there for the day. You know, or you could drive down there for a couple of hours. I leave like I leave like 8 o'clock at night to go to New York City. When I get to New York City, I park my car. I go to make an errand, see one of my people, and then I go park my car where my appointment is, and I sleep in the car for at least 4 hours, and then I go to my appointment. I might go to breakfast. I go to my job. I drop the paperwork off. I go have lunch real quick, and then I head right back to PA, and I'm back before 4 o'clock. Today I think I was back by 4 o'clock. But that's because I made a stop and I got a haircut. I got my haircut, and I'm the guy had two people that he forgot about me and put two people in my slot. But I didn't mind waiting because I had people that I wanted to see at work. You know, you like the beach when there's no people and you could do 100 miles per hour on the beach. What are you driving that goes 100 miles per hour? And what beach can you drive 100 miles per hour? That's what I want to know. Tourists come call here, Panama City, Panama, a brand new New York City. Actually, the buildings are duplicates of Dubai. Only short. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I have some friends at my job that are from Panama. One of the guys that we call Panama, he told me, he says, "Listen, man, when I retire, he said you're gonna come to my house in Panama." Yeah, I've never. I would love to go on the Outer Banks and fish the Outer Banks. That's about it. The trucks, wow, that's really cool to drive on the trucks on the beach at 100 miles per hour, but I don't want you to drive on the beach at 100 mile per hour where I'm fishing, man. That's not cool. Because the Outer Banks is for fishing. Okay. So you get the permit just to drive on the beach for 100 miles per hour, first gen? Or are you going on there to fish? That's what I want to know. I know you could drive on the beach, but I thought you drive on the beach to go fishing. Guess what? You fish or you drive 100 miles per hour on the beach? That's what I want to know. Specify. Oh my goodness. You hate fishing. Oh my goodness, man. You got to be kidding me. What do you like doing? Listen, man. Are you a wheat farmer? Let me know, man. I know it says soybeans, but you got to be doing something else if you ain't living life, man. You got to be doing something else. Because you're going out of the banks and you're not fishing in. Nah, man. You can't be going to the Outer Banks on a beach and driving 100 miles per hour and getting a kick out of that where people are fishing. I, I know that was a joke, but I'm just saying. 100 miles per hour on the beach? Gotta be smoking weed or something, man. What fun is that? How do you get fun out of doing that? I don't want to drive on the 100 miles per hour on the beach. I want to drive 100 miles per hour on the highway. Yeah, I want to see if you can follow me. You know what I mean? That's where I get my kick. You know, I know weed is not legal in the state of Pennsylvania anyway. But yeah, man, there's you're young, man. You gotta that speed and stuff, man. Travel, man. Travel. Go to other countries, man. Get your passport. Travel. I wish. I'm hoping that I'll be able to travel with my daughter and her husband somewhere. Oh wow, that's I hear you. Well, you're young, man. That's how you get your kick. If you can do it, why not? I think if I could do it, I would do it too. But that's not the reason that I want to go there. I want to go to the fish, and I don't have a truck. I, I wish I had a. I would love to. One thing that I wanted to get myself when I retired was I wanted to treat myself to a Duramax, uh, a Chevy Duramax. Can't even think of the name of the pickup truck right now, but I wanted to get a Duramax. And the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to go on a cruise around the world. And those two things I don't know if I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm a Chevy man, so I like the Duramax. I like that diesel motor. And I like the forgot the model of the GMC, yeah. Oh wow, nice. Yeah. That's what's up, Tiger. I heard there's some good fishing in Panama too. A lot of good seafood there. I could tell you a story back in the day about a Panamanian woman I met, but I tell you, man, spicy, spicy, spicy. Um, I've had one Panamanian chick under my belt that was sweetheart, a sweetheart. Every quality I wanted in a woman. It's just that the people she was living with couldn't couldn't maintain a relationship with her because she was so beautiful and short and sexy. I called her traffic stopper. It was when I drove a bus in the city, and she worked in a beauty salon. And she used to buy me, you know, beef patty, chicken patties, sweets, and a drink like a Malby or a Sorrel. And she used to cross the street and bring it to me as I was passing. The time I would pass every day, she'd come out to bring me something because I met her while I was driving. And she'd come into the street. When she stands in that street, everything stops for her, right? Everything stops. And when she came to that bus window to hand me that bag and give me a kiss through the bus, that was amazing. Lost contact with her, but that was before I met my first wife. She was a woman I was messing with before my first wife. And then what happened was I was dating my wife and uh, talking to her, and then I met my wife, and then escalated that because um the Spanish girl couldn't get into a relationship because the people was living was hating. But I mean Panamanian. I don't remember her name, but yeah, yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that, Tiger, because that's my latest attraction right now. Is Venezuelan, but you don't see them too often. But I met two recently, and I was doing taxi and never seen them again. But when I'm doing work in taxi, I don't flirt or nothing like that. But they was very beautiful, man. But I know they came here because of what was going on. Everybody was leaving Venezuela because of the dictatorship of the president over there. But now it's funny. I was talking to my god brother yesterday, and he said that he went to the car wash. We usually have a car wash that we go to, and we mess around with these dudes there. And he says, "Yo, man, I went to the car wash, and Pasquale is not there." I said, "Well," he said, "Yeah, everybody's on the run. Nobody's there no more." I said, "What do you mean nobody's there?" I said, "Everybody's scared because they think they're gonna get sent back to their country because then they're not gonna. If you have a temporary visa, they're gonna make you go back or temporary citizenship. They said they're taking it away. So That's what I heard yesterday, and I was really sad that to hear this news that that's gonna happen. I don't follow politics, man, so that was sad. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I need to come to Panama too. Yeah. I've been exposed to Colombian women at a young age, so I know how beautiful Colombian women are. I've been to Colombia, and at a young age, like in junior high school, and oh man, was it amazing! And I met them in Colombia, a place called Cali, and I even went to a little fishing village, and I met some people there when I was younger. But yeah, truth be told, my daughter's married to a Venezuelan man. You know, so the his cousin, very beautiful young lady. But yeah, I have cousins in Cali. I never lived there. Who has the most beautiful woman in the world? Venezuela. Growing up, man, when I went to Colombia, I thought Colombia had the most beautiful exotic woman in the world. Um, I growing up, yeah, I used to think that. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've never seen any woman as beautiful as the Colombian woman growing up, becoming an adult. Until I've seen women in Venezuela. You know, I was never exposed to it, but I met two women, and I was in awe when I met them. I was like, wow. But there's a lot of other countries that have beautiful women, but it's based on what your exposure is. You know what I mean? If you're not traveling, you're never gonna see them. You know, you're never gonna see them. You know. Now, the funny thing is, Dion, I was never fascinated by a Dominican woman like that. I was fascinated by the food, not really the woman, because every Dominican woman that I've met growing up has always been money hungry, and uh, honestly, I was never fascinated about wanting to be intimate with them because they was too fast to me. You know, they was too fast, and even the guy that I met that I worked with that was from DR, he was proud of his country, but he wasn't proud of the woman, you know. And he wanted people to respect the woman because it has a negative connotation because of how women raise their daughters to be fast, you know. Colombia, you didn't see that in Colombia when I was there at a young age. You didn't see women trying to come up to me because I was American and get money from me or try to take me in a corner to do anything. You know, you didn't see that there. You know, you seen women that was trying to working at the hotels, you know, trying to be the best they can be to be a tip. I had a guy that used to drive me around on a horse and carriage every day that met me every morning because my father hired him to pay me. He found a place to make sure he takes me to breakfast. A girl that fed me every day breakfast, asked me whatever I wanted every morning. And at the end of the week, my father went and paid her. And, you know, these are the things I was exposed to growing up in Colombia. I mean, Colombia, you know, people developing relationships where you didn't have to give money. You came at the end of the week and paid money because it was so cheap back then. You know, I had somebody that would hold my hand and walk with me in Colombia. The girls, a lady's daughter at one of the business that was my age. She would let the guy with the horse and carriage sit in the carriage and ride with me all day. You know, keep me company, and she could speak a little bit of English, so we had a good time because she understood English, you know. And wherever I went to eat, the guy would treat the both of us. He would spend his money, and then he would tell my dad how much he spent. My dad would reimburse him at the end of the week. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Wow, I've never liked Miami show. Um, When I was younger, I went to Miami. I just thought it was too fast paced, and everything was about money in Miami. I never liked Miami, man. It wasn't my type of atmosphere. One of my friends went to live in Florida, and he started hanging out in Miami, and he got addicted to coke, and it changed our friendship because when I went to visit him and his wife, his cousin was there, and his cousin tried to offer me coke, and he was embarrassed because he didn't want me to know that he was doing coke with his cousin, and his cousin blew it up. The guy stopped speaking to me. He was so embarrassed, you know. So I never liked Miami. Yeah, don't get wrong. I have people that retired and went down there. I could go to there anytime, but it's not anywhere I want to go. If I go to Florida, I'm going to Tampa or Fort Lauderdale or the lady that I met in 2005, her daughter and her place in the Jacksonville, when she travels, and me and my friends talked about the other day. We we believe she works for the FBI now or some law enforcement because she's just so low key in the way she travels. Yeah, Miami's tough. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not going there to look for any of them, man. You know, think I think Malaysia, like you said, Asia, or someplace like Panama. That's more my speed. What you guys are talking about? If I had to say where, those are two places I would like to go. No, I'm not saying to go. I'm saying go to Fort Lauderdale because I have people that's there to go visit. That's the only two reasons. Those are the only places I would go to Florida is to visit people. Tampa area, Fort Lauderdale, or Jacksonville. Not to go there on vacation. I'm just saying to go people that I know that retired and is there. You know. Remember, I'm 55, so a lot of people retired and moved to Florida. My godbrother right now has four properties in Florida that he's been paying taxes for the last 20 years, but he's not doing anything with his properties. Yeah. I would like to go into the country because um I like I like living off of the land. I like where people live off their land, and I like a simple lifestyle now. I don't like the city life. I like a simple lifestyle. I like eating vegetables. I would like to eat fruits, and I would like to eat fruits when I make up in the morning. I like to eat vegetables, seafood. Okay, Melbourne. Okay, yeah. I think he has a property in Melbourne. Yeah, by the space center. Yeah, I think he has two properties over there. Hmm. Ah, man, from you don't want to leave the United States? Wow. I hear you. Well, the United States have a lot to offer when you travel, though. I'll tell you that. South Carolina, Hilton Head Island. You could try Hilton. Hilton Head Island is nice. I don't think you could buy land in Hawaii if you're an outsider. I think you can't buy land if you wasn't born in Hawaii. Is what I understand. Um, there's a guy I follow, and his wife is Hawaiian, and the part of Hawaii he's at, his wife can fish there because she was born there, and he can't fish there. He has to go outside of where she can fish at. Is your Well, maybe things change, but that's what I understood. Well, maybe you can now, but that's what I heard. The guy, they considered him a foreigner, and he married his wife. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was something about Hawaii where you couldn't buy land there, but I don't know the gist of it. But like I said, it's what I heard. I'm not sure. So if he said they did it, then there's something that you can do there, and I'm glad you clarified it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So he knows. Yeah. Hey, Stevie. And that's one place that I really love is Hawaii, but it's too. I found that it's too expensive. There's no way you could go there and have stay at an all inclusive resort. It's very expensive. People, supervisor said that he saved for 2 years to take his family to Hawaii, and he broke down how much he spent. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. Mm, yeah. The guy I still follow them, and I think they're married now. They have 3 kids, and she's a native and he's not, and he can't fish in the native lands. She could only fish, and he could stay there and watch. And they have to go someplace else where they can fish together. But there's a certain area that she could fish because she's native and he can't. So first gen, how you gonna get to Hawaii if you don't fly? That's what I want to know. Oh wow, okay. He owns his own home, but not the land. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so you will get on a plane. You just never been on one. Okay. The boat would be nice to take a boat all the way to Hawaii. That would be a nice thing to do. I was looking at I was talking to my godbrother today about flights, and I was telling him that the price of flying on a jet is becoming cheap now. That you could actually fly somewhere on a jet, a commercial jet, instead of taking like a when I say commercial jet, I mean not like American or something like that, where you could get a private jet with a company that does business like that, and it's cheaper to fly that way now. Where let's say for argument's sake, it's like 15 to 60 people that are flying, or maybe not even that much, or 45 people that are flying this small aircraft, and you could go from like here to the Carolinas, or here to someplace else, and it's a little bit cheaper. Yeah. I heard that it is cheap to fly private jets if you're a business owner. You can fly private jets. It's for a set fee, and it's not really that expensive. When you own your own business, of course. Mm. See that kind of information, my godbrother would know too, Tiger. That right there, yeah, because he's into flying and boats and stuff like that. But I wouldn't even consider taking a boat anywhere. I would I get seasick. I'd have to fly. And now with this vertigo, I don't know how it's gonna be when I fly. So far, it hasn't been bothering me like it used to. But I have to take that into consideration. But most of the time, before I get on the flight, I'm drinking some vodka anyway. So when I get on the flight, I'm going to sleep. And the funny thing is, I like when people look at me because they look at me because I was snoring, and I just laughed. Yeah. Yep. The charter. Me and my godbrother was talking about that, getting the charter membership. Yeah. Yep. But you can do that when you own a business, you know. So, nah, man, it's affordable. You just gotta find a charter server that does it, because some of these places have, affordable ways to travel. It's just doing the research. That's why knowing a travel agent is really good. Knowing somebody that's a travel agent, there's loopholes to that stuff. You know, there's loopholes to that stuff. Business credit is everything, man. When you have a business, you can set up a business account anywhere and travel. And get a different rate. That's the power of owning a business. Once you have that business credit and you got credit on you, and you can do a lot. You know, you could do a lot with business credit. A business line of credit, yeah, a lot could be done, especially if you have multiple credit cards. I know a lady that built her credit off of a business credit that she did where she worked at, and she built up her credit because they put her name on an Amex Black card. That Amex Black card that had that name for that business with her name on it opened up a lot of credit doors from her because her name was on that account. So anytime she applied for a credit card, she could say, "I have an account with Amex and I have the Black card. Here's my you know," and it built her credit up just because for being in line with business credit. Yes, yeah, that's what I said. And did you find out about this from a travel agent? Because that's the thing, finding those empty legs going somewhere. That's exactly what I was talking about, but I didn't know how to word it. Yeah, you're right, Tiger. hmm And it's not expensive, right? It's not always expensive. You know, you just gotta find something in line with where you're going that has an empty spot, empty leg in there. And you could jump in on it. All right, have a good night, First Gen. Thank you for stopping in. I saw your attorney on Tate's live earlier today too. Yeah. Yes. Uh huh. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's yeah. That's all it is knowing an agent and getting in line. The same thing with cruises. My friend has the same a cruise ship. He has a cruise ship agent. That's his travel agent for when he books a cruise for his wife. And she also had. He was also using her. He actually met her booking suites in Atlantic City. He got up to the certain level in Atlantic City where this lady contacted him to book rooms for him in Atlantic City. Whenever he come down, he started calling her. She had her own travel agency. He started using her to book her cruises, and he's been doing with business with her over 25 years. I forgot her name. I have a name, but she's the person that knows about finding those legs and stuff like that. Because when he told her that I had a business, she wanted to develop a business account with her, but I never pursued it because we never did it. Maddie, how are you? Good morning, good night. How's everything, brother? Hope everything's good. Yeah, there's so much involved with doing business. Optimum battery charger finished by 4:30. Okay, that's what I got. Another notification. Okay. Oh, you going fishing today? That's good. Are you going live? Wow, regional jet to Melbourne. Okay. Wow, nice. It's funny whenever I travel Amtrak, I travel business class. I find a leg with business class and I find a leg coach, and I swap it around to see how I could get the cheapest rate and which way will get cheaper. Whether I go coach first or whether I go business first, and whichever way I do it, it's always cheaper than the straight ticket going where I'm going when I break it up and do business and coach half and half. That's how I learned to travel on Amtrak, but that's only when I'm going to South Carolina or sometimes North Carolina. Mostly when I was going to South Carolina because I had somebody to pick me up when I got out there. And if I go to North Carolina, the same thing. But lately, time wise, I'd rather drive than take the train. But I do like to travel on the train business class. In about 2 hours, okay. Cool, Maddie. Let me set a timer so I know that you're gonna be on. Because I know the timer's different over there, and I like to catch your lives. Uh, and go figure, the timer's already set for 2 hours. What are the odds for that? Set exactly for 2 hours. I don't have to change it, just started. Why was it set for 2 hours the last time? I don't know. But yeah, I got you. Say hello to Chloe, I believe it is for me, please. Yeah, you're Chloe. And I think Mick and Nick or Mick and Nick, yeah. So you're you're Maddie and Chloe, and Mick is with Nick. Yeah, if I'm not correct. Yeah, my memory still works sometimes. Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, excuse me once I gotta. Sorry about that. I forgot to bring a bottle of water with me into the to this room that I'm in. My eyes are starting to bother me because of this light, and I don't want to. Might have to turn this light down and turn on the other light. Let me get my phone and see how it looks. 1 second here. All right, let me turn this one off. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. 2:29. Wow. Day before yesterday, I was up this late too. I got some good time in doing a live stream. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. It was interesting stream today. We covered a lot. That was awesome. Today is Thursday, I believe. Let me see. Today's no, today's Friday. Wow. Okay, I left Wednesday for my appointment for Thursday, and then today's Friday. Yeah. So I gotta. Yeah, man, I've been going live for a while, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. No problem, Tiger. Um, all right, so thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. Get some rest. I hope you don't have any jet lag anymore. Yeah, that's all right, Tiger. You're multitasking, it's okay. I'm still here. Good night, Chef CV. I might shut it down too because I want to get take a nap before uh I actually want to take a nap before Maddie goes live. I know he said he'll be back in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna stay till he gets back. But I actually want to take a nap because I am tired. I did drink a cooler tonight. I drank a whole cooler, so you know I feel good. Uh, all right, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna shut it down soon too because my eyes are watery. I'm actually a little tired and I'm getting cold, and I don't want to put any socks on. And yeah, I'll do that sometime later on today. I wrote it down. I'm gonna forget, but I'll remember eventually. But I am gonna forget. But I'm gonna set up to contact you first. Uh, I send you a message sometime today so we could talk. Um, I gotta square away for some things first before I do that because I really gotta think if I'm gonna do another LLC because I think might need to separate myself and do my own thing because they want to piggyback off of what I'm doing with the taxi because I'm using the business name and I don't think that I'm gonna do that. Why am I gonna drive a taxi and you deposit $200 in a month, and if I make $20,000 with the taxi, you want something out of it? That's not gonna work for me. So I might have to separate myself from that. So I'm really thinking about that. And that the insights you gave me when we was talking about Delaware, which is something I talked about with my godbrother, I think I'm gonna look into it because I think maybe I should get my own LLC. I just got to figure out how to write my every all the steps I have to take. I have to do it all over again. So I might incorporate my daughter with that because she needs something to do. So that's what I might do. But definitely, man, we'll link up. I appreciate you. You have a good night. Uh, I'm just gonna hang in until Maddie gets back, and then I'm gonna say goodnight and log off when he gets back here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get with you before I look into that anyway, cause um yeah, that's an app you should. I'll look into it. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Have a good night. Tiger. How's your time lately? These up and coming weeks. Do you have any free time? I want to get some insight of some stuff I want to do with the on the channel. All right, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm a little tired and I want to take a nap. Uh, I don't know who's still in here. Give me a shout. Who we got still in here, please? 87%. I'm gonna charge this one. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. I want to say good night to the 3 people that's in here with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. Um, all right, one person is gonna mute and let the screen run. So that's what I have mostly here. So you guys have a good night. Uh, I'll be going live tomorrow sometime. I'll catch you soon. Have a good night. Bye bye.